Hey there everybody, I'm Reload, how's it going? It's time again to talk about what happened this week in VR. So actually this week there's been a lot of news stories that I would like to talk about, but I also want to reduce the time of this segment, so let's see if I can actually fit 5 news stories into 5 minutes. So here we go, story number 1. So it looks like Oculus has reversed course on preventing other headsets from running its exclusive content. The headset check-in part of the DRM was quietly removed last week, once again allowing Revive, a third-party app that lets you play Oculus games on HTC Vive, to carry on unobstructed. In response, Revive also removed their very controversial DRM circumventing feature. It appears that Oculus has finally listened to an avalanche of disapproval from consumers with respect to its relentless pursuit of locking down content exclusively to Rift. Story number 2. Oculus claims exclusive content is good for the industry. Another story about Oculus. And in the same breath as easing off headset restriction, Oculus's head of content Jason Rubin had an interview where he stressed that exclusive content is good for VR industry. You can read the whole interview which are linked in the description below, and at first I thought this is just another empty PR stunt from an embattled company. But this interview is worth a read, and Mr. Rubin's argument actually merits discussion. His point boils down to the need to have blockbuster VR games as soon as possible to propel VR into the mainstream. Hence, Oculus is pumping tons of cash into developers to help them build better games for right away, hoping to secure long-term gain in the future when VR finally takes off, at the cost of a short-term loss in the present, while VR popularity is still pretty low. I personally still do not agree with exclusivity, especially to the extent that Oculus has been pursuing, and I side 100% with Valve's Gabe Newell on this subject. But nonetheless, Jason makes a very solid point. Story number 3. PlayStation VR release date, specs and price. October 13th is now the official release date for Sony's PSVR in the US and UK, along with numerous other VR titles for the PlayStation. The headset will cost $400 US, which is considerably cheaper than their rivals Rift and Vive. But keep in mind that the price tag only includes the headset itself. You will have to shell out $100 additional to get the PlayStation Eye camera and Move controllers. That is if you don't have them already. The headset itself is very comparable to its competition in terms of specs. It offers a slightly lower field of view, but it promises gameplay at 120 FPS. Whether or not PlayStation 4 will be able to deliver gaming at 120 FPS remains to be seen. But the headset also has the potential to be able to track the player's movements within the room, much like with HTC's Vive, but for a smaller area. If you're looking to pre-order PSVR at this point, unfortunately you're out of luck as it has been sold out. You will have to wait till the middle of October of this year to pick yours up. Story number 4. Microsoft hand tracking for VR. While I've been testing out gamepad-free VR experiences thanks to Leap Motion, Microsoft is also looking into placing your hands directly into VR. Microsoft's developers have vastly improved the accuracy of finger and hand tracking with Kinect, leading to almost real-time interaction with VR objects. Even with all the bugs and glitches and the occasional tracking loss, I still feel like I have a much more immersive experience in VR when I use Leap Motion to directly place my hands within the VR environment. Ditching the controllers altogether may be one of the avenues that VR industry will take in the future once the tracking technology becomes better. So with Microsoft jumping on board, this is quite good news. And finally, the last story. Nintendo is jumping on the VR bandwagon. Probably, maybe. We'll see. So finally, Nintendo, the juggernaut that knows how to best sell us nostalgia, is the last major console maker that is looking into VR. Its Nintendo NX console that is expected to be released sometime next year may be capable of VR. Shigeru Miyamoto told the shareholders that the core technology is there, but more research is done at the moment to deliver the best value and gaming experience to consumers. There are no additional details, and no confirmation whether the next console will in fact support VR, but nonetheless, VR is on Nintendo's radar. Alright guys, 5 news stories in 5 minutes. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or a thumbs down if you didn't. And please click the subscribe button for more videos like this one and other gameplay content. Thanks so much for watching guys, I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, you can check out my other virtual reality videos. But for now, I'm going back to my gamepad-free VR gameplay. Wow, you guys stuck around. That's awesome. You guys are hardcore. To everybody that's sticking around all the way till the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching my videos in their entirety. And as such, I want to give a special shout out to a random person commenting on my videos, whether part of my vlog or this new segment. Naturally, I won't be able to shout out to everybody all at once, but hopefully as I make more and more of these types of videos, I hope to mention everybody. So this shout out goes to Kurtling Neocore for constantly encouraging me to get some gaming posters in my studio. So I don't actually have any gaming posters at all. I own 0 posters. But thanks to digital magic, I can make posters appear. How do you like that one? Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you around.